Yeah.
God.
You know, I've been up too long already.
Sorry, I think
English is hard.
Soul Tower now.
Oh,
America.
They'll have good map differential. There you go, guys.
EMEA. Oh man, there's so much.
That's a guy you can trust, you know, who can't
I'll
say
give you EMEA.
differential.
Berlin's nice. Los Angeles, though.
But yeah, again, T1. The one time that they've
Well, the crazy thing is that G have a positive round difference while being 3 and 5 in games. Like that's
Who
silly.
knows how this is gonna play out? We know how strong DRX is here.
Alrighty.
Sup today is for gaming.
T1 gonna
I don't
be
understand big words. Yeah, you just make the big words even bigger. Differential becomes differential, and then people are very confused. Even me.
Ever important on the site retakes,
Differential
particularly
equations.
around B.
Perfect.
which I'm sure we'll end up going to many a time.
Oh.
Already though, Foxy finding first contact. Triple push getting ready to move up.
He's actually not going to dash. He's going to walk back.
Force him back.
I don't know about you, Achilles.
Pearl again. I love Pearl.
So we're just going to dash straight in.
If that's the case, take your glasses off. Punchkin, though, he's going to be pushing through, and despite not being able to see Foxy 9, still going to be able to find a kill. Spike now planted.
Give me Haven for once. We've seen a fair bit of Haven, to be fair.
As they watch warily in case there's going to be any kind of flank coming around.
We should go back to grunts.
Mako getting timing. Oh, yes, he does. Call will be made, and boop, 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 boop. There you go. Kill is found. Suddenly,
I like that Achilles has decided to take it on himself to do the gun sounds as well. A man of many talents.
Coming in, we do have a lot of
oh no. No, not in round one. For fuck's sake.
This pistol round kind of going somewhat.
Yeah, Zeta's already qualified. Like, it's only between RRQ, Team Secret, Genji, and Global. Everybody else is either through or out.
Going to be claiming a third pistol round win.
I do not have great vision, but I can see when T1 is playing a little bit passive and
DFM,
really
good one, Jaden. Good one. Hilarious.
A lot of RB's high tides and walls. Sometimes you just need to do that, but at the same time,
yeah, I think Gen G's is like the most
so
fucked in it.
FPS
Like they're basically
like,
screwed.
like Will likes to say. So T1 needs to do a lot more. Side player now on this. Marshall,
yeah, exactly. Like the Japanese fans can support Zeta. They've not looked bad. I think they still need to hit another level to make it in the top 3. But
you have to know that Saya player, he's got a Marshall. Is he still gonna swing this? Oh, okay. Not gonna get away with the slide, but yes, playing. To try
Team
to bait
Secret
them so
win,
hard to
RRQ lose.
low,
The thing is,
Carpe's got healing.
that's possible.
Oh, look at Foxy.
It's possible.
Yep, Foxy doing what he does. Let's see if he
Where's he
can get out of this
going?
one, though.
Where's he going?
Where's he is available. Finds one. Hits the pillar. Can't line up that hip fire. Saya will be able to take him down. Do that 4v4. Stacks and Carpe both low.
I do wonder, like, Zest sat at home watching this is just thinking, like, this guy's just running around doing crazy shit. And they're like, yeah, this is the guy we need.
He is. Yes. He actually is. Guns there. Yep. Oh, he hasn't noticed yet.
I like how Tom knows. What? They've not won a game. It's like,
Mako, he's not going to be playing
and most of them haven't been close.
Taking down Carpe.
What changes do you think bottom teams should do coming in? The problem is
brings us back into a slightly winnable position, but they need to get rid of
they can't make roster moves. And that's the thing that makes that so difficult. Is teams going into LCQ, in my opinion, should be able to make roster moves. Now I can tell you the reason I think that they're not allowed to, and that is because they need visas. Like, it would be too quick a turnaround to get LA or American visas.
One thing that I am
so I think that's why the rosters are locked.
I do have a lot of faith in DRX, and I am sort of rooting for T1 as the underdogs. Foxy 9 has been pretty insane. Not in the,
I think also the Japanese
way.
fans support something
in the way
as
where
well.
He pushes out so much, and the last time where they actually played this DRX against RQ, they did so well, and that was when Foxy 9 was popping off. If Foxy 9 is disabled,
I think DFM should already be just scouting players from tier 2. I think they should be like hardcore scouting players.
For the defenders.
Get in there as early as possible.
Can't take it away from Foxy, though. Going to be noted. He actually sticks around. Finds one, but Saya eventually will take him down. But
I swear, like, Foxy's job on this map is just, like,
I don't think you can
int. Like, it's basically just int.
staying in that forward position. Spike, though, still going to be the opposite
What,
side of the map,
DFM?
even though the rest
DFM,
of T1 are inching
their
forward. Two members of T1 are
team's
inching
just
forward
not
to
good
try to
enough.
take this B side. Still have to wait a little while longer before they can try to get this Spike down. Nano in a halt.
If Zeta don't qualify for Tokyo Masters, it will be a DRX home crowd. That's cool, though. I like that. Like, that's the thing. I would love a Pacific team to win in Tokyo just because it would be hype as fuck. But that's the thing, though. I think it's, like, I have reasons for each team. Like, even a team from Americas winning would be cool because then you get an extra Americas team in America. So that would be cool. So I honestly don't mind so much.
Not quite the collapse, but it's one after the other. The dominoes fall, swings on the corner, looks for stacks, but Munchkin takes it a little bit faster.
NRG to win.
Now RB with a stinger.
Possible.
I mean, didn't know which way to look. Let's see if he can find any sort of value here. Obviously, death will give him his death will give him his reckoning.
Well, you know, Sire's having a good time.
Can't use that yet.
Well, it's either he finds a frag or it's death. Meanwhile,
EMEA won't win. Script leaked.
So they're not going to the very last second.
I don't know about that.
I mean, this is just, again, a great T1 execute. They
be the first Pacific major win if they win. Yep, at the first major Pacific event as well. So that's the thing. It's like, in terms of storylines, a Pacific team winning would be the hypest shit ever. And if by some miracle it was Zeta, I think it would be one of the highlights of VCT for years to come. Do I think that will happen? Probably not. Would I like it to? Yes.
But, you know, something that they did not expect was Saya player diving right in.
Well, Saya's got off to a good start, but now Foxy, and you know what, I think Foxy's going to play a bit more passive this round.
Flash forward, walls coming through as well as the Trailblazers. Stacks has to back away, and Foxy 9 does manage to catch him, and Dell wins away from the dog as well.
That might have been a headshot, but nice.
Navi will steal it. G or Team Secret?
A little bit of a rough position.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I think it would be very cool if G managed to do it.
Takes him a while longer to try to get the weapon
I
out.
don't know if they will.
Foxy
is the best op in Pacific.
Down and very much giving
DRX
a super winnable position now.
I feel like something's pretty good as well.
Yeah, 5-on-3. The odds aren't with you. And T1, I mean, you're gonna have to group up and find ways to get picks
ban on
together.
Duelist is hype as fuck,
Trades
though.
will not help you in this scenario. So maybe just some kind of an execute, but
something's kind of just good at everything, though. That's the thing. It's like, yeah, his like movement combined with everything else is like super exciting to watch.
You know, make the call to Saber. Do you still try to push this one through? Seems like it's going
You
to
want
be the latter.
NRG versus Loud? No, I was in bed.
Nano bite, another bite.
30 seconds left.
There's another Nano.
Something is a better soul dam. Yeah.
Splash is coming in. Mako not quite getting full blinded.
Oh!
Man finds two.
You don't walk into Marco's site. You don't walk into Marco's site. You find out where Marco is, you go the other way.
Round as DRX go ahead.
Unfortunately, that will mean walking into Foxy, but it is the lesser of evils.
3-1 the score at the moment. The reckoning still held by RB. And T1.
That's also true. You've got like Fnatic Japan as well. Like they're pretty popular. That's the thing. I feel like no matter like a lot of people have this sort of like Debbie Downer attitude of like, oh, if the Japanese team don't get there, then no Japanese people are gonna go or whatever. So I don't think that at all. I think there's gonna be a lot of support for like the other Pacific teams and also for even some of the European teams as well. I remember seeing a Durka sign at that like at the event in Japan, and that was fucking hilarious.
Noted. Let's get spotted over dugout.
Good positioning.
I think it would be a spectacle either way. Of course, I want to see Laz play there though. That's the thing. I want to see Laz play in Japan.
Oh, he's blinded. Tries to tuck in, but he's been spotted. Saya swings over to Art, finds Stacks. RB taken down as well. Saya says, yoink.
Saya really is playing well, but it's also just funny watching fucking Foxy gameplay is just mental. Nice round, though. Nice round.
Reply to DRX's falls in the previous round. T1 get an operator for the attacking side as well. And that's okay, DRX.
They legit left after Loud lost. To be fair, that was the end of the entire tournament.
You really have to wonder what's going on in their heads. I mean, 8-2 for side player, and this guy is starting.
If I was going to leave, it probably would be at the end of the tournament.
Frags, and he's doing it in a very controlled fashion.
Foxy9 is just a paper X player.
On every single bit. Meanwhile, for
Achilles
Foxy,
has almost dropped a few F-bombs. That's the thing. I'm on my stream. I can do what I want.
Sometimes it pays off, but
just got to make sure that when I do game changes tomorrow, I remember to turn off that part of my brain.
Do what he wanted to do. Maybe it's T1 actually being able to counteract those very aggressive tendencies.
Morning, Sammy.
Either way, great stuff there to take that around and do it cleanly. So obviously,
of course, Pluto, definitely.
I
still remember when Mini said we want to play against the rumored Korean Jet Soldam at Riot 1 event, and Soldam didn't play against Fnatic.
I mean, it's just a simple.
No, to be the arena in Brazil was boiling, and I don't think you were allowed to bring your own stuff in, like drinks and stuff. You had to buy it there, so a lot of people didn't have that. So I do think that there was like a very good reason why people wanted to leave that arena. Like, I'm not going to be as much of a hater. I understand it from the fans' perspective. Like, you want to see them stay and lift the trophy, but whatever. End this game, please. Nah, this is a good game. They used to stay at Loudwinds. Yeah, that's their team, though. Like,
spam. Foxy gonna look to replicate.
I get it. Like, if fucking, let's say I was watching Tottenham versus Liverpool, or Tottenham versus whoever in like a final of something, and Tottenham lost, I'm not. If my team are out, I'm out as well. Like, especially if it's really warm or really cold or something like that. If my team win, yeah, I'm fucking staying. Like, I get it that I think especially other regions don't like necessarily have like one team they support. Yeah, Tottenham is not making any finals. They made the Champions League final. We just fucking lost. Like, I think if anything, it's the perfect analogy because we did lose.
But the wall timing comes up to keep him protected and squirts him back over towards screens. But second,
it's always the most like this is the thing that T1 have to think about. It's like, if I was going to be in the most aggressive angle, where would I be? And that's where Foxy is every single round.
Committing into this one, the reckoning even being used. They want this round win. They want to tie it up.
Oh, but they just
RB's done well dodging that. Nice round from DRX.
No.
Fortunately,
will the winner of Masters directly qualify to Champions? Everybody who gets to Masters qualifies for Champions, except I think the number 4 seed from EMEA. There is no event in between other than LCQ, so they all just go straight to Champions. Did they swap out Zest because of the loss? I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, again, teamwork from DRX, and you have to consider, again, just talking about mentality.
GE need to win 2-0 or 2-1. I think they just need to win. I think that's it.
Just trying to find and commit when the pressure is applied.
Aaron has tweeted that they need to win today. That's it.
How do you kind of adapt to that situation?
Best jet battle of 2023. Yeah, Cena versus Kiwi was an absolute banger.
Sure if they did CRB, but they should know where he is now, just given where the wall's coming from.
I think the 4th plays LCQ. I'm not exactly sure how it works. That's the one thing that even for me is incredibly confusing, so I'm not going to pretend how it works.
Okay, finds one, suspects the pinch is going to be coming in from doors.
I think the pressure will get to GE. There's pressure on both teams.
Wow!
As said, you find out where Marco is, you go the other way. The Marco is Marco off limits. Don't go Marco.
Whatever it is, I mean, they were in a position to pinch Marco.
Look, you find Foxy9, even trade, you get the opening kill, it can work for you. You go up against Marco, you die.
But still, standing tall, T1, the last 2 players, are they going to save? You've got 30 seconds left.
Almost as good as Avova. Shut the fuck up, Mo.
Realistically. Unless they're just going to run this down to 20 and then start moving. But
did you see the Champions team's classification on Liquipedia? No.
Going to be stacked. There could be somebody rotating around from the back. There's probably somebody watching water. And it's just a completely unassailable position from here.
And again, that's why these opening picks, it's
Pluto, you write the weirdest shit I've ever read, I swear.
To kind of find ways to dissect this DRX defense. These guys are switching up positions, which is great for randomization, but also with the
no, to be honest, I actually agree with Clinton. I think in terms of your best controller right now, it's not a competition. It is just Marco.
And
Like,
just to throw
I
some
can't
statistics
actually
again,
think of someone I would be like,
terms
oh,
of
they are
first kills per
competing
round,
with him right now.
Foxy is
Like, I know
leading.
some people are
He's
going to
the
be like,
first and
oh,
the
maybe
highest
Bang, or like, and it's
of
like,
the most first kills per round. Saya is
it's not really a competition. Monye is very good,
Well,
and he is an up-and-comer. Is he as good as Marco right
I don't know
now?
where Mako
No.
ranks
Oh yes.
in all of his various
Not yet.
statistics.
Not yet. He's got a way to go.
Granted,
But that's a
haven't seen
good
some big
thing,
performances
because I
from
think
him
his
as of
peak is
late,
going to be
you know, not even-
absurd.
Even if you took the Secret Series out,
Borkum,
hasn't been that
Borkum
dominant
is
as
not
we've
as
been
good as
seeing, but that
Marco.
last round was certainly reflective.
Marco
of,
is in, yeah, I
performances
agree.
in
I
the
think
past.
Marco is
This
in his
time,
own
cannot
tier
win
right
that
now.
Opening duel takes Saya down to 46. He ties in with Carpe, who's not too
got
far
your
away.
Marv
They
has
can go
played a
ahead and
couple of
push it back up
matches,
to
and they're
4 HP.
struggling versus crew. Like, I'm sorry, but like,
Still some lesser
it's not
weaponry, but the
comparable.
gun recovered.
yeah,
CC1 control this
Monyet's
off.
already
Looking good.
insane.
Was swinging out of
It's
halls,
just in
taking out by
terms of
Bang.
his actual controller play, I think Marco is
Ammo
better.
swamps
Like, in
galore.
terms of
That's it.
raw
It's
skill,
first
Monyet
one
is
from
definitely
holding
up
sight.
there.
Saya's just up on heaven. Stax is dead. Another punch.
Oh!
What a shot that was! Saya with a third, and
Saya's really
I
trying.
didn't even have
Saya is really
the chance
trying.
for the time
Som.
for my eyelids
You
to
think
blink.
Som
He
is
was
better
faster
than...
that?
Come on now.
Unbelievable tap.
Again, good player.
Beautiful.
Is he good as
Foxy,
now they're on the
Marco?
hunt.
No. Nats plays Sentinel most of the time.
They want this up.
He plays some Viper.
Foxy in a
But
very
even
dangerous
still,
position.
he's not as
Heard
good.
that updraft.
Som clears Marco.
No,
Shut the
They're
fuck
not
up.
being very subtle about it at all. The thing, is,
The
he
thing
doesn't
that
even
makes
wanna
Marco
play
so
contact
good
against
is
anybody
he
unless
is
absolutely has
consistently
to. 'Cause you never know when the
incredible.
players
And
are
I
coming
mean
around
for
the
like
corner, so
2
he will be able to
years.
hold on to this one.
So,
The T1.
yeah.
Go ahead. They win out this round off the back of some fantastic heroics from Saya player.
And again, that is that confidence. I mean, he kind of did it single-handedly, just pushing down.
You're
this
the best?
one-feeling
No, okay,
position.
maybe not. Maybe I
And at
believe
the
that
same
then.
time, that peak, supported by his teammates once they had the site under control. I mean, Buzz was put in
Monyet clears
really,
DRX.
a rock in a hard place on that site.
He did
the
on
anchor.
split. I might give it to you, to
That's
be
why
honest,
information and map
because he
control is
did
so
play an incredible
important
game.
on this map.
Where do you rank Mind Freak?
Flash
Mind
S
Freak
foot
is
forward,
solid.
wall coming up.
Mind Freak has a much
Trailblazer
tougher
goes
job
in.
than Marco. I'll give him that.
Scout destroyed.
Because I just imagine he just has screaming of just like, I need smoke, I need a smoke, no, 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 I'm pushing, I need a smoke, no, I'm pushing, I need a... Or either that or it's dead silence and he just has to guess. So maybe Mind Freak is actually the best controller, but just has the toughest job in the universe. But for now, at least, I don't really
Back
know.
off, but ooh, look at this.
Here.
Into our day main we go. Mako.
If I cursed him and he got 39 kills, I think you might want me to curse him more often.
No, he's going to get flushed out, so just has to pull all the way back over into Secret. The rotation now starting to come through.
FNS
Gonna move up.
is
Last few
one of the
seconds
GOAT
now
IGLs.
invested.
I personally also rate
Wow.
Sadak incredibly highly.
Back into
Of
this one
course,
now.
like
Yes,
Boaster as
counterpit's
well.
gonna be used, and this is where things get messy.
Look at him
RB
putting that
spraying
he
through, finds one side player,
preemptively
gonna
puts
take
the
it down,
Viper's
pushes up
pit
back,
in.
gonna
Like
be
just,
eliminated. That's gonna be the counter pit now dropped.
it's just
On
he's
for
just
one.
too good.
Tax
He's just
10
too good.
HP.
He's
He
made
is
that
Zeta.
impossible for them.
Trying to drag
He's
this one
ruined
back.
their entire plan.
Unfortunately, all the spray in the world. I don't think it's gonna get Zeta his first kill.
Do you
on
want
this
to
map.
know what's funny about
They're
this,
just
right?
far too entrenched.
Most people use lockdown to counter a Viper's pit.
Pull away from this.
Marco used a
That's not
Viper's
gonna
pit
happen.
to
Wow.
counter a lockdown.
What a play from DRX to dispel that fog of war. I mean, even just that
Like,
little bit of movement.
do
from
you
Mako to
understand
come in,
how
put it
good
up
you
at the
have to
last
be to
second,
utilize
counterpick
your
from
ult
T1, but it just doesn't do
that
all
is
much
literally
when you
meant to
have
be
every
countered
single
by another
player from
ult?
DRX in
And they
position
also, I think
to
they
push
threw
them
in a
off.
Viper's pit as well.
And I'd be curious
Yeah, they
if it was
did.
Mako, you know,
And they may have
having
even
a
used
second thought, saying,
Seekers.
"No,
I wasn't
actually,
paying
I can't use this
attention.
here. What we're stacking
But he
is,
just
you know, we
places
could
it in a
call
way that...
to no go
And
for it, drop
you
the
understand,
pit.
he had to wait
Either
enough
way,
time
brilliant
so that
decision
if
at the end.
he steps out of it,
A bit
he
unfortunate
can then
for
step
Bang to
back
get
in
found out.
time.
Yeah, it was an expensive round for T1. And now DRX.
Saigetsu, of course, Saigetsu is also
got
very
RB
good.
and Buzz on
I'm
the
not saying he's the
cusp of
first person
potentially
to do
getting
it.
their ultimates. Operator again on
Mimi's
Foxy 9
Omen
and this
clears my...
E-long
What the
play.
fuck is happening? This happened before, where people just started going down a rabbit hole of trying to name people better than Marco. And I'm pretty sure it ended up in just a place that no one ever wants to be in.
Wow, look at his setup.
Oh, hello.
Oh!
Zeta Zeta, what a way to get yourself on the board. At range.
There you go, that's his first kill.
Headshot
Not bad.
across. Foxy9
I
dead.
told you, you just go towards
Wasn't ready for that
Foxy9, you have a
one at
good
all.
chance.
Rotation's being pulled
Best
over,
initiator?
and the spike.
For me, it's Leo or Xiao.
Back over towards A. Creep forward from Saya players.
Those are the two that I would put in there for initiator.
Was not too far off.
And also potentially aware that Mako's playing.
Crashies is always going to be up there for sure. But I think that
He's gonna be given a wall.
I think Leo is just
He
the
wants to try to
epitome of how to
just
play
lurk through from ban.
initiator.
aware
I
how
would say
Viper's
that
love to
Xiao
play
might
this
be
map.
the most flexible
Attacking
player.
side.
Like Xiao is so good at just playing everything.
A execute, Mako tries
Zaysh
to
on a
delay.
good day.
Oh, he's actually going to push in.
Oh, the timing.
To be
Not
fair,
spotted.
he's not awful.
Buzz has to
He's
back off.
but stop trolling
Armlock
Hypo.
cleared.
Seconds left.
That forces Buzz back.
Stop trolling
across
me.
over the flowers now.
I don't want to be
Second
mean
gonna be
to
used.
Zaysh. I don't
Save
feel
the
like
ball,
I don't.
plant here into the
Zeshed
cove.
on a good
Carpe
day.
Pushing around the back. and
Isn't he like a
Mako just not
fucking
really ready for
Astra
it.
main?
Nano, however, will find Zeta. Spike gets planted.
Uh-oh.
And now it's going to be the count. Yep, the defending lockdown coming through.
Chronicle
Gonna force him
is
out.
also very flexible as well.
Stacks watching the rear. Gets the headshot. Ban taken down. Saya and Munchkin
Turret down.
now need to put up some massive
I feel like over the
heroics.
last few
They avoid
rounds,
the detain, the tap of the
T1
spike. They're
has
looking
just
to break the
started to
cone.
like
Push
get
it, no, Buzz gets
slammed.
aggro, finds
Like, it
Munchkin,
seems
and
like
now they know
everything
exactly
they're
where
doing
Saya
is being
and he
read.
cannot interrupt it.
They can't do anything about it.
Shades at the pistol round once more. Saya sent back.
Zeshed is an Astra main, the
DRX go ahead and
AFK.
take their 7.
I'll be in for the for the
And
global
just-
game. Nice.
Again, speaking of watching that rear, this is something that DRX learns from watching that T1 paper.
Who's the
game.
GOAT IGL in
It's
Pacific?
so smart, it's so good. You have
Jing.
those ultimates, and T1 left without options.
Cast
So
a
much in
collection? Yes,
control,
build
and
it. It's
just
building
reading
up.
the
It's building
situation
up.
So right. I
Mitch
don't know
Man
if it's
might be
Stacks
awake in
calling
like
or-
3 hours,
or
and then he
coaching
can
from
join.
Army, but it is working.
Bruh.
All of the above.
Yes, that sounds about right.
As Foxy will have heard that tailwind jump across and over.
Is RB still hold
Splits
the
difference
most
between the two
ages
players,
played
doesn't
in the
find
pro
the shot.
scene? I don't know. I feel like Patty's trying to give him a run for his
Still
money.
available, and then we send in the
Patty
utility.
Pan.
T1 discouraged from
Mitch
pushing
Man
A
awake while the
again.
sun is still
We
up.
have a couple of players lurking.
Yeah,
still,
that's
though,
true.
and that's something that they're looking for. That's what
I actually think
that's
Zed
what
has
Saya
been
Play was
really
in the
good.
previous round.
Especially with
Feels
the
like we've
sort
had
of like a new
A
team.
healthier mix.
And the
A
fact that they
side
swap
versus one
players
on
in
the
and
B
out. I
side.
will say I don't like the idea of Ban ever being swapped out again.
Waiting,
I think the
and there we
guy's
go.
too good
Shot
to be
goes
ever on the
past
bench.
shoulder. Buzz with the jiggle peek, spotting one. Now the reckoning opened up by Zeta. Fight to delay. Nano used as
Jet
well.
voice actor is a K-pop star. Fair enough.
Clearing close. Saya
Today is
up
not
top of
Foxy's
screen.
day.
Great
That's
call,
the thing with
smokes the
Foxy.
balls,
He's
gets
either
big
going to
Buzz
be
swinging back out. Last time he comes
super
through.
aggressive and get
Gets
a
caught
load
by
of
that
kills,
one,
or he's
but
going to be
DRX
super aggressive
gonna
and
pull him
die.
down.
And then he's
It's Munchkin, and they knew where he was prior.
he's doing
They knew
the
he's
the
gonna
latter
turn
at
it
the
away, and
moment.
now he's made noise.
But luckily,
Setting up the Nano,
Marco
try to clear Hall.
and everyone else is just
This
popping,
feels
so it's fine.
all but impossible. The two players, they are nearby. 25 seconds to try to play with, but
Do
good luck
you just
isolating these
eat
fights.
the cables when you cast? How is it possible to have that many tech
Oh my
pauses?
God.
Yeah.
As soon as that current drops, there's secondary current. Hello. And it's
Hypo comes in for a
really
just casually sits in the chat and just getting violated.
It's tough, and T1 without their forces, without the
Oh,
right
God.
pieces of utility, you can't solve.
To be
this
honest though,
puzzle.
like
I mean, it's a good
I
attempt.
swear,
The way that they took
it's not
draw
even
control, tried
it's
to
not
stick
even that
plan.
when Pansy and Hypoc
managed
are
to get out of his
casting,
face.
there's loads of tech
But this is
pauses
what
because there
happens
is.
when
It also
DRX
just seems
has
to
that
be
intel.
if
DRX
they're
has
on
that
second
map
game,
They
the
already
first
rotate
game will
onto plays,
also
they're
just
gonna-
get
they're just
fucked,
gonna have to
which
watch
is
that
way
angle.
worse
As
because
soon as
their
anyone
call
peeks
time
out, you're
doesn't
gonna be
change.
met with
So they'll
so
get
much
to the
fire,
building
you're
and
gonna
then
be
just
so many
shit hits
bullets
the
flying
fan
all across the
immediately.
place that
It's
you
so
cannot stick
cursed.
that spike plan.
Well, some of these rounds have been fairly close here from the side of
George
T1.
Geddes jinxed all the
It's also been
table
those
toppers.
heartbreakers.
The world does
The whole
revolve
time of the
around George
views.
Geddes, so I believe that.
Denying them away, stopping them from having that
It's
start off the pistol.
It's like that dude with the half heart on his cheeks. Your heart's
I'm
broken.
glad
man.
we're addressing.
Yeah.
Those rounds that T1 did win were off of, I think, Saya. You know, sometimes
Oh,
getting
sure.
that first pick. That's the kind of
Yeah,
idea of
there's a
success
few
for T1,
like
if they can
inevitable
find it.
things in
They've
life.
been trying to
Pansy and Hypoc
replicate
will
that
have
in,
a tech
placing
pause,
some players on
and they
players,
will
especially on
always
boards hard,
cast
because DRX is weak
loud
sometimes.
versus NRG.
But you know,
or in the past
that's
Optic.
not enough still. You need
Those
Sion
things
to
are
go
inevitable.
in aggressive, get
The schedule
so much
just,
more map
it
control,
flows
going
that
for
way.
decisive site hits, especially when it's positions where DRX players aren't going to be able to rotate in from. Now, back into it, and we're trying to dissect, trying to go for that ebb and flow, that push and pull. DRX not giving anything to T1.
Mitch and Tom get OTs. We either get the longest games in history or the shortest. No in between.
Van just watching to see if there's any forward aggression through the double door.
Casted the longest map and then also a 13-0 on LAN in a semi-final. Not many people who've done that.
Mako actually pulls back behind it with the tailwind in. Oh, yep, Saya gets word of it as the dog gets cleared. Takes out Buzz.
There's that pick. And we get a second.
They get long series because of tech pauses, though. I mean, the actual map is long.
Best position T1's been in for a while.
Yeah, also, I always get every single fucking bug.
Cleared rather swiftly. Nice pop flash card bait check. You can see if there's going to be anyone.
I get the bugs. And then they'll be casting when I get the bug.
Over the top. Headshot gets the reset. One gone. Pushing. Gets
another. Oh my. Yeah, that's the thing. He either kills everyone or he dies. Their post plants have not worked out for them. Can this be the first? I feel like they're literally losing to this sort of play almost every single time. I think that's the third defuse that they've had with players still alive.
And once again, we have ourselves with a 9-3 score.
We've only ever had one round replay for the bug. Really?
4 straight wins
what,
in
the
a
turret?
row. I thought that this round could have been T1. So they
was
had
the turret your only one?
But guess what? Foxy9, when he really wants to turn it up, he just goes in for it. Getting one pick in,
that's just me
then.
then.
The second on towards Arts.
Isn't that what? Yeah, no, it does sound wild. Because I've had bugged cams more than once.
You have bits of utility, force us on the ground, but then that aerial support.
Well, there was the guild wall. I don't know who had that one.
Like a madman comes up with a kill.
There was somebody used the bug on Haven to get on the box.
How do they fare moving here now into Pro?
Help Suez, fuck's sake.
Though, Achilleos. Well, we do start things out, you know, with the attacking side from T1. They might swap over to defense. Maybe that's where they do a little bit better.
If you could guarantee that you're casting a match for a tournament, what 2 teams would you want for the match?
With the coaches.
I feel like right now Fnatic Loud is the only real option. I feel like that's the best. That's going to be the best game.
All the way to a 13,
I also wouldn't mind like
after 9-3, so anything's possible here.
Maybe like PaperX. I feel like PaperX versus Na'Vi would just be like a highlight reel. I feel like that would be very fun.
Or are you gonna
any casting moments that left you mesmerized? For sure. Like Chronicles ace, Shados's ace, both on bind, both absolutely ridiculous. Nats when he manages to like sneak past Mixwell, Mixwell gets a multi-frag and then Nats clutches the round. That was ridiculous.
I'm assuming that is
your
DRX.
favorite match in Pacific. I really enjoyed DRX versus GE. That game was really fun.
Pulled by the shackles. That or it's a drawing of stacks with
also the 0.02
I'm
defuse.
gonna go with that one in my head canon, but unfortunately could read through it. Either way.
DFM will destroy Fnatic.
The fan signs and the art, even if we can't.
Only if Fnatic just gave up, because, like, maybe in a scrim, because I think Fnatic would leave the scrim, so that would technically be a win.
For what Korean I know, trying to work it into a pun is basically impossible.
This is gonna be fun.
Back into it.
Only if Mini is playing. I think I think they win comfortably with Mini playing. Genuinely.
How consistent he is.
That might sound rude, but they still have the 4 other players, and then they have Mini. I don't think they have any trouble beating DFM with Mini.
Maybe he would grab the Sheriff.
I don't know.
The 0.02 defuse with the extra long mech Fnatic game? Yes. And it was the difference between them qualifying. Mini is cracked. I have heard that. I've also played with Mini a little bit in one of the, like, influencer things.
Foxy. Caught out,
and casters play against each other from Pacific versus EMA versus NA? On LAN, maybe. I think if that was, the ping would be out of this fucking world if we tried to do that otherwise.
one apiece. Tap on the spikes. They're just looking to bait out anything he possibly can.
Well, I don't think there's going to be any curse on this one.
He knows. He's like, yep, the nano's going off. He's on the spike. It's not a half.
We literally didn't like Eric
It's a half HP.
basically get into coaching to help Emil. Isn't that like how that even began?
We saw how quickly he was able to get it on the defending side.
Getting alt orbs.
Another great start.
This is DRX. Again, that's why.
Let's be honest, NA casters will diff EMEA and Pacific.
All the pistols.
Like I'm not gonna lie, I wouldn't be in the EMEA team. I'm not good enough. But you have like Hypok, Bayer's fucking cracked.
You have to be really careful about pushing.
So I think you have to be careful with the statements you're making. Lothar's pretty good as well. I think those three might be enough to fucking carry.
Can you withstand this?
As long as Ryan isn't on breach.
Praying that one of these right clicks gets a headshot.
Barla's very good, but that's the thing. I think the drop-off after Barla... that's the thing. You basically would need Barla to hard carry.
Still worried about the aggression coming through. In the meantime, Foxy got himself over towards Art. Munchkin catches him from behind. Suddenly has a Spectre in his hands.
I like that.
Coming down. They do get the spike on the floor. 2 Bulldogs and a Ghost. We'll see what they can get done. Zay'll be the first to fall inside of T1.
Barla's literally a one chick.
Taps on the spike.
And he'd have no help. It would literally be the fucking no help. Like... What
is a fadeaway? He was blind! And now it's Josiah. The Bulldog in hand. I don't know if he knows.
Also, yeah, like so I've played with Sideshow and Bren. It's like an int fest. Like Bren will call for like a flash from Sideshow, he'll forget, and then Bren will die. Like that happened when I played with, I think it was in Iceland when we played. It was just like every round, just Bren was fucking salty as shit because he called for a flash and never turned up because Sideshow forgot.
Without vision! No replays for... Okay, there we go.
Start with this. Great shot by Saya.
This is just silly. This is just silly. That's not the replay I wanted. Well, that's not the... Why did we not get that from him?
Ghost, of all things.
He just got crunched.
Mitchman with 1v5 NA casters? Okay, let's not be too silly here.
Dangerously close to getting his head taken off. A little bit of damage.
In Mitch's mind, he would. What would happen is Mitch would get like a 4K in one round with an Odin, and then get like 4 kills for the rest of the game. And he'd take that as a win.
It could be really useful for this sight hit. There we go.
Goes across. Carpet is going to be eating the stun, but the Trailblazer also gets caught by it. So is delayed a bit, gaining information. Foxy boosting on top of screens. Takes out Saya. Cloudburst down. Mako does get sprayed to death. So it's going to be the bites eliminated for the post plant.
The thing is, they're getting into a post spawn. The only problem is that Marco's dead. Like, if Marco was alive, I'd believe that they win this. I think because Marco's dead, they lose. But we'll see, honestly. We'll see. It is still DRX.
CT1 trying to get aggressive with this one.
Nice snake bite. There we go.
Buzz now. Sheriff
He's managed to buy some time.
Buy some time, but the spike is held to half.
Surely we can stake it.
Spotted. The turret's there. He's got to take the duel and
Timmy. Good job, Timmy.
Shot and the fuse can come through. Massive round from Munchkin, but still fairly costly.
Do you think the Japanese crowd will be a double LMR? The Japanese crowd is going to be one of the fattest dubs we've had in Valorant so far.
Those trades, those procedures, and going in, just getting information, falling back
like
bit by bit,
I think it's going to pop off.
At the right times. Finding a pick through the smokes just gives them that much more space. They know how DRX plays these post plants, so just Munchkin up by the pillar, finding these 4.
I think you literally just read out every single character of his name.
We need so much more. 11-4 is the score.
Is CSGO big in Japan? No.
This is where the run back began. T1 was in that third round of the second half.
Why does CSGO say that? Because you're looking at the wrong website, that's why.
Foxy playing alongside the Trailblazer. Van able to clear it, however.
Brazil crowd energy was good. Yeah, I enjoyed the crowd in Brazil. I do think we got lucky that Loud went all the way to the end, but like, I think it's going to be same anywhere. Like,
well, you got to open it somehow,
I don't know.
right?
I think people sort of over-exaggerated the problems of the Brazilian crowd. I think it just fit their narrative a bit better. and they didn't like that their team didn't get the respect they feel like they deserved. I think the crowd in Brazil was great.
Comes up, wants to wait for somebody to push out of it. Flash does not go deep enough. Oh, but now he's muted. Still gets Mako. They saw him and flushed him out.
Oh my! I don't know how he gets 2 there.
He comes away with 2, and that should
Well
never
played
happened.
by Cryo.
Okay, 3 just hightailing on
Sorry,
B.
Saya.
Brutal
My
misfire
brain
from the
is
side of
melted, I
DRX.
swear.
Buzz only able to find 1 more, leaving RB all on his lonesome. That'll be good for another
Comeback again,
elimination,
fake
doing a
comeback
bit more
again.
Damage, but T1 will be able to string 2 together.
They left the stadium when Fnatic won. Yeah, because their team lost, and it was the warmest fucking stadium. Trust me, it was fucking sweltering in there. Cryo to T1 leaked, yep. My brain just fucking melted for a second.
And it's a little bit uncharacteristic for DRX to kind of leave this sort of unchecked. I mean, Stacks to pull off the Seekers in that situation.
The Japanese commentators are great.
Useful, but just looking in the wrong directions now. On a save from DRX.
Just the Sheriff's coming
So
through.
shut up, you don't know shit. Well, I was there, so I do.
The turret. Oh, and I think he saw enough of Buzz. The note that he was there, and yeah, it's just gonna be the right.
Saya really is
seal the
starting
deal.
to like
We'll be able to
pop off.
upgrade the classic to a Sheriff. Doesn't walk away with a gun per se. As well, the Trailblazer, you don't want to commit the knives to that. First 2 go across, a little bit whiffy. Foxy manages to pull back.
The yay clip is so good. Yay! Yay!
Pushes way in, however, gets his head taken off, and that could be a weapon recovered. Zeta able to find Stacks. Pushes
A little bit
up.
awkward. A little bit
Drop the
awkward.
ball on RB there, but gets the kill at the end. 2 players left at a fuse, just
What?
being held, and it's just.
Give me those
He can make this a bit more costly, but there ain't gonna be anything more than that.
Unfortunately for
The
Mako,
thing with this
fight's
game that I
too
don't
late.
like is I feel like
Trying
it
to
takes
stop
so
that
long
plant
for
the
T1 to
defuse
get
coming
rolling
through.
that I
And
feel like
T1, 3
eventually
consecutive rounds,
it's just
doesn't
gonna get
happen
closed out.
again.
Like it's just eventually gonna get closed, and
if they can break DRX's economy.
that's it. Like I just don't see them streaking it all the way back to 13.
And it's
Marco
these
saved the
plays
sheriff.
once more,
I-
the retakes,
you
getting
know,
that information,
needs a
going
sheriff
in
for the next
together
round.
as a squad, landing those shots. Saya player.
Okay.
He's been working
Map 3
wonders
T1
for the
rolls
team.
DRX. Well, if we get there, we'll see.
Something
Termy's getting those
we see every
timeouts
day.
in early this time.
DRX again going to be using the second timeout. And I mean, this just feels so much like Bind. Obviously, starting on different
What is
sides.
a Bob
but
Dylan round?
We come into this
What
one.
the fuck is
3
a
rounds
Bob
picked up in the
Dylan
first
round?
half from T1. They
Wait,
win
I
third,
remember this because
and they
he
start to
didn't
streak
mean
from
Bob
there.
Dylan.
This
He
is
meant
just 2
someone
rounds
else.
earlier than we saw the timeout from
He
DRX
meant
and
someone
Bind.
else. I
That
can't remember who it
streak went
was.
For as long as 5 rounds from Bind. We're on the 3rd win right
It was.
now.
He
Let's
meant
see if
some
T1 can keep this going a little bit
Bob
longer.
Marley.
At the same time, though, I mean, that was a save from DRX. They are trying different approaches.
He shot the
B-side
sheriff.
hits have been pretty good. Just apart from when T1 really starts to apply that heat. When T1 really
I
starts
love
to apply that
Zez so
pressure,
much.
Saya player.
He
starts to
he
find
just said shit.
interesting
And the funny thing is, you'll tell him, and he'll go, "No,
Well,
I
we
think
saw
I'm right."
how
It's
long
like,
it
no,
took for DRX
you're
to
definitely
kind of
not
break away
right.
from that map point. Or even get to it, I should say.
He's the clutch minister,
Doesn't
and it's
happen
time to pay
Trend
your
continue.
taxes. Like, Zesh, what does
Does
that
T1
mean?
run this
Well, you
back?
know what a minister is, right? I'm like,
Way
yeah.
in the main.
It's like that you pay your taxes
Pull
to, and
across
I'm
the
like,
Foxy 9, still plowing on.
no.
Reckoning, counter reckoning comes out. People are about to
Oh.
get stunned up. Foxy dropping off the top of screens. Trying to make their way forward. Updrafts, both of them burned. Cloudburst trying to block. Gets the spot on the 2 though. Spray's gonna be
Oh,
on.
dear.
Foxy gets the second.
But he dash
Going
forward.
forward, Saya.
Well,
Spotting them. Zeta
um,
comes up with 2, just taking down RB and Stacks.
Shot.
Spike, however, is
Marco
planted.
is still alive. I repeat, Marco
Marco
is
to bite.
still
He won't set up.
alive.
The first bite comes through. Buzz on the lurk, as you say, making his way through Link. Second bite now being used. They don't have
Okay,
these nano set
Zeta's
up.
doing well.
Marco
But
finds 1. Saya takes
where
him
is
down.
Buzz?
Buzz now on the
oh,
swing.
oh, I
Gets
thought he was
one, but
gonna.
he
I
can't
thought he
get
was
them
gonna do it.
both.
I thought he was gonna do it.
And the trend will continue. T1 will get this defuse, and they will now bring it within 4.
Off of Termy's timeout, this cannot
I didn't
be.
see it,
But
Kazuya.
T1,
So
they make it happen. And then just some victory shots into
personally,
the
I
ground.
think Potter is
Watch those
fantastic.
replays.
So If that's what he said, I agree. If he said the opposite, then I don't agree.
Does displace them. They know how to come in together, one off of another.
I worked with Potter in CS, and she is incredibly dedicated and intelligent when it comes to FPS titles. I can only imagine she is a fantastic coach, and I hope she succeeds. I really do. She's a lovely person.
It's tough to line that up.
Simple as.
Sign out with the op. Seen what he could do.
And anybody who doesn't like Potter
trying to push into him, but
is a
Sai just holds the
dickhead.
that kill. RB does grab the gun. Stacks dead on the
Potter
side.
is the coach for EG.
That's just DRX starting to lose resources, losing map control.
Ball goes past Saya. He's still playing for it. He saw the leg. He's gonna push it. He's gonna get it.
Saya's actually having an incredible game. Like he's being put in spots where it's basically him versus multiple players.
It's gonna be in all likelihood a T1 flawless.
You need a bit of rest. Aw, Clinton.
Oh,
You want a hug? You want to?
50 seconds left in a round.
Come here.
They could maybe find some positions, maybe go for pre-aim shot.
Getting old. Yeah, you know.
Trying to go in. Ben already backing up, and you can see.
Not exactly what I said, Blake, but you know.
Mako noted. Dig to the corner, and they just drag across Carpe, finding them both, and it is in fact that flawless.
I'll always take. I
think the scriptwriters could have done a better job because it's once again 5 consecutive
Come to Pacific next year. I've still got to do. I think we need a board cast. So me and Clinton need to do a board cast.
Yeah, 15 to 19.
Yes.
So if the trend continues, DRX win this next round.
Right? And then maybe a second timeout somewhere, maybe round 20.
Same.
Or board
It's
cast.
odd, but you have to think about it. DRX, what's going on?
That is Saya from the guard. Yes.
This round surely has to be different.
He's just Saya from the
This time it
guard.
was a guiding light to try to escort Foxy around the corner.
Okay. And the cascade as well, just to pull T1
But that's the
back.
thing. It's like EG. If we're talking about like North American rosters, what they started with was probably the weakest roster of players. Like they've got some talented players, they've got some future very good players, but I don't think the plan was for them to be the best team right out of the block. Like you have Sentinels signing some of the best players of last year, and you're looking at EG and going, they need to do exactly the same. It's like, no, it's silly. But they're slowly getting better.
Seekers now on the hunt, however.
And they do have a literal demon on their side of things, it seems. And structurally, even from the get-go, I think if you go back to Lock-In, their structure was incredibly good. They had some cool ideas. So that's what I look to as a coach. Like, do I think the team is structurally good? Yes. Okay, then is Potter doing her job? Yes. But is it going to work every time in a very tough competitive league? No.
Zeta didn't notice him either. They're just waiting for it and then executing.
Want to watch Cars too?
On towards A site. Zeta.
Oh no.
A bit faster, a bit more accurate there with that shorty, and he comes up with a third.
Foxy's decided to end it.
And I get the script just cannot be denied. Right? We come in around 20. DRX looking to bring it to match point. Mako set up the bites at the ready at range. Hasn't even sent the first one flying yet. Saya with us up. Granted, does have some cash.
Yeah, I don't know what happened with BCJ. I like BCJ a lot, but like, just because it works in one team doesn't mean it'll work in another.
I want this op out of your hands, and I suspect that you're going to try to rotate towards B.
How do you peek, though?
Saya reading it, however.
I have heard of Ravish.
A little bit of extra
Can't say I know too much about him, though.
To DRX, but the round is theirs. Match point now in their hands.
So if we follow the script,
no, he's actually my son.
And then the round after that.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. Now this got confusing because Clinton said yes.
It's going to be T1 calling a timeout now.
Still, just watching in these replays. Once more, it starts with some of these duels going towards Foxy 9's side.
Oh no, Marco isn't human. He doesn't react with human emotion.
Get that timing on the spike plant, trying.
Wait, aren't we cousins?
To fend off and catch DRX as they set up their post.
Yeah, cousins from Alabama,
this time,
right?
What happens is DRX wasn't in transition. DRX was already prepared for this. And they're catching on to that timing of T1's peaks. Foxy 9 with that shorty in front of Zeta's face was huge. 12-8. And T1 desperately wants to keep their momentum going.
15 more seconds to finish discussions and see if T1 can rally back, do what they could.
What? Why is everyone
Shy
saying
of doing
sus?
on
What
Vine
does that mean?
and
It's
take
just a
this into
place.
overtime.
It's not the worst thing in the world, but again, you have to
What the
consider
fuck is
this
that
is that
image?
fight for first or second seed. T1 loses this, they might not get second seed. PaperX might be getting that.
Nothing sus
Very
about
well
that.
be. DRX just looking to
Damn,
lock
what?
in
Is
that
this
number
looking
one
like a
spot,
fake
reassert
comeback
themselves
again? No
here at the top of
way.
Pacific after the shaky performance versus Secret just 2 days
Which
ago.
player do you think going out of the Pacific League next
It
year?
all come down to this final round. Take a look at the ult economy. Start feeling a bit better for the side of DRX. That
I'd be
lockdown
surprised. Like, the thing
committed
is
by
with,
Buzz,
like,
still holds on to it.
maybe like Rater or someone like that. Like, I don't think DFM has been great.
T1 Saya on the
I think you could basically start again with that roster.
Oh,
It depends what they want to do.
Wow!
14. I mean, granted, Carpe can heal.
That's why you buy Phantoms, kids. If you look at
I also would be
Not
interested to
DRX
see what
versus
happens with
over
T1,
now.
and because I think that
T1,
like
they've
this
gone a little
5
too hard
core
on
makes a
their
lot
rotations.
more sense, and I think
Right.
swapping players in
Maybe
and
he's gonna
out.
be the opt-in here for the double up.
Doesn't.
Things are coming down,
We lock
expecting
down
some
here.
Have a
heavy
feeling that
positions.
Talon will make some changes. It's a
Up
weird
over the
one
top,
because
not
they've
seeing
started to
anything
look
quite
quite
yet.
good
He
now.
didn't notice. It's actually not even going to be much.
But
Gonna
it
find the
probably
kill.
isn't
Carpe
enough.
back inside with the blades of his own. Takes down Stacks.
We're following the script.
Certainly seems that way. Now halted. 45 seconds remaining.
What are
Cash for 2 of them. Not great on the side of DRX. RB still hovering at this position. Meanwhile, T1, they've got 3 players drifting back over towards B site.
30 seconds
I
left.
mean, I suppose it's a save. We're at 30 seconds remaining, and we're just looking to take some guns away from T1. Can bet that side players aren't going to move.
Why do
but
I feel like this
just
is
the
going to
way the
end
round
like
plays out,
13-10 or
It's-
something?
very tiny and thin margins, but you can see that it's not that coordinated.
10 seconds left.
Foxy just flying upwards kind of on his own. I thought there
Yeah,
might
it's
have been
weird.
there might have been
It's
a
weird for
lockdown or
them.
some kind
The
of
only thing I'd
extra
say
support,
is
but
like, because I don't know, maybe there's some
Alas, it's
young
just
Japanese
T1.
players they could throw in to at
you
least
have to
keep it a
credit Munchkin
Japanese
for that.
core.
just staying on the site and finding those frags.
If they want to grow the scene, but it depends what
So
the goals
far,
are. By the sounds of it, the goals of
T1 has
DFM would
been
be
able to make some
to
good
win.
calls, some good reads, some good site anchors, retakes as well, and it's Saya player on the top of all
yeah,
of that.
both teams are
Meanwhile,
qualified for
DRX,
playoffs, but
not
I think
the
if
same
DRX win, they're
performances that you might
guaranteed
expect,
number 1,
but
which
Mako
means they
still
skip
ever
a
so
stage in the playoffs and only
Seems
need to
like-
win.
Given the
Or
aggression
like
we saw
one
in that last
match.
round, it's going to carry forward going into this one now. A full stack over at B. Lockdown pit ult already. Saya player.
I've
the
heard
operator on the
May's
opposite
name
side of the
thrown
map.
about
Fighting Leg goes forward. Not going to see too much, but I mean,
A couple of times.
the Phantom
by
spray
different
looking to
people,
dissuade
so-
anybody from pushing forward here at main.
Okay.
Man presses the corner.
You know what? I
Trailblazers
respect
out
it.
of it.
Put the
A
Vipers
little bit
pit
of
in.
damage,
Don't
goes
allow
for
them
some
to get into this
counter spray.
fucking after
Waiting
plant
for
that they've
him.
been trying to do every
Doesn't receive
time.
any back.
But yeah, I
They're
think
just
that's the
blowing
thing for me. I
wind
think
at each
DFM
other.
went the wrong way about it. I don't have a
DRX is
problem
gonna
with them
rotate
going
over
for like a
discouraged by
core
that
of Japanese
one
players. I
Vipers
think you
pick.
can keep
And if
them
you're
free.
considering this, T1 can actually
But
beat
I
some
think that
players,
get some young talent.
rotate
Like,
them
that
over.
do more similarly to what EG did.
Three on
Like,
B
do
site.
talent that you
Just
can
trying to get
grow
additional
into good
information.
players,
Mako
not
behind it.
players who have already
That might give them a
basically
false sense of
failed at
security
the
and
tier 1
false
and then
idea
just,
of
but they are
where
well known.
DRX are going
Like,
to
that
be
seemed
going.
to be what they
Foxy
did, and
applying
I
some
don't.
pressure as well, so this could still sell that they're
Like when they
trying to
went
take
for
this over
Sordam,
towards
I was
B.
just kind of
The
like,
alarm
okay,
bot at
it
Arc.
sounds like you
That's
genuinely
what's
have
really
just gone
going
for
to reveal
clout.
things here, but
Yes.
it seems like T1 already starting to fan out.
Takashe could stay.
Sends Zeta on
I
the
don't know.
rotate.
For me, he'll always be a Reina main
Push
that's
in,
still
Tailwind
trying to
out.
play other roles.
Munchkin does get
Wow.
sprayed down. He overstays
Like he
for
will
so
play
long.
Viper like a Reina.
Saya.
Like, oh, I can
Saya
get out of this
finds
situation.
one, has to
Oh no, I
tail one out.
can't.
Here's Buzz on the flank. He's looking for him. He's
Oh!
got him.
Saya wants
with
this
two.
win
How much more
so
can he get?
bad.
Foxy takes down Zeta.
27
Pin, however,
kills,
raised.
and they are
A
losing.
blind shot across, looking for something. Does he keep fishing with these? Wants to check the corner. The Cloudburst goes away. Nothing spotted. seems so thoroughly convinced that there's going to be someone in that position. As
Oh,
Carpe
oh.
is so close to shooting Mako,
like
but Mako
Mako
gets
just
him
on the
already
edge.
by
It's
player.
done. It's done.
And it seems like the script might just get flipped.
Okay.
Man,
All right, but look at them. They're
drops it, the
already
time is
back
running
in
low,
post plants.
pushes ahead of the wall.
This
Foxy
is a little bit.
Noted.
This is
Low
a
on
little bit
HP.
aggro. There you go.
He's chasing in. He's trying to get the kill. He will be able to do so.
Time.
But as you say, the time is
time.
raining down. It's all on RB now. He knows he's got to try to hold this
Easy.
one at least
Well
a
played.
half, but RB will deny that.
DRX.
So close.
No
For a
real
repeat
surprises,
score
I
of
don't think
13
there.
and 10, but it's
Like,
13-9
that's the
at the end
thing.
of the day.
DRX losing once,
take down
that's
T1
something.
2-0.
If they lost twice in a row,